before you let that develop, if the stock has only shot up and you're just feeling FOMO, you jump your buns in there, and then it crashes down to the real support level, which is like way, when it was like 80 cents. Yes, that's where you would actually take a chance on this. But if it never came back, I'm okay with that. You gotta be okay with that. You cannot be thinking, well, you're gonna miss the boat. If you miss the boat, you're not gonna get this deal anymore. I'm like, dude, there's always a deal. Hey, what's up? My name is Henry, and I'm an engineer, a stock investor, a real estate investor out of San Francisco, and I am just out here trying to give you a different perspective on finance, success, life, and hopefully some of this info will help to change your mindset and hopefully change your life. People look at a lot of different things when they're investing in stocks, but I wanted to just throw out my strategy, right? My perspective on it, just another one for you to think about. But I think this one is a very balanced approach, something that will give you really good odds. People are looking at the fundamentals, right? You're looking at all the different details of a company and all of their financial statements. You look at everything. And then there's people that look at the technical and then maybe just base all of the moves on that. But I think it takes a combination of two. A lot of times when I am out there socializing on YouTube or just talking to different folks and I'm seeing different comments, people are really surprised when I buy like a certain stock and it's on deep discount. Like, oh, I bought Tesla at 190, or I bought like SpaceX at $12. Stuff like that. They're like, whoa, you got it at a good price. I'm like, dude, that price was available. That price was there. I also want to go over how much you should invest. What am I doing right now that really puts me in position? Because I see a lot of guys, oh, you know, in March it was really good. I went in 100% of my cash. I'm like, dude, can you guarantee that March was the low? You knew that? You didn't know that April would have been the low, that June could have been the low? It could have been anything. You had no clue. But to go in 100%, I think that's a bad idea. All right, so my strategy right now is to look at a company's fundamentals, okay? It has to be, right now, if I'm gonna buy something, it's gonna be a company that either they're making a bunch of money, right? They have a good history of making money, and they still, you know, has good odds of making money in our current future. And then the other option is either it's like growth companies that have really good potential, right? That maybe they're making money, maybe they're close to making money, but man, they're gonna take over the place. So I'm really high on them. Companies like that, I'll consider too. The other thing though is really important to look at the technical, right? To pull up the chart. I see majority of the time people don't pull up the chart. They just look at, you know, the hype, right? This thing popped up 500%. Whoa, it looks like they're gonna make money, man. It's never gonna be this price again. They're gonna be $20,000 a share next week, so you better jump on it now, man. You're never gonna come back to these prices. And then, man, when I hear that, I'm like, dude, really? Like, just pull up the chart, look at it. This thing has gone straight up from $2 all the way to $60. Like, you think it's gonna go higher, right? You think that is gonna go to 20,000. So I always buy stocks on sale, right? I always say buy them on sale. But what that means to me is when you pull up the chart, it has to have some kind of support level. It had to have a chart that's like trending in the right direction and has to have the little ups and downs, right? To build up those support levels that people have confidence in, right? That people are emotionally invested in certain levels that, hey, you know what? Even if it goes to this level, I'm holding. Cause I love this company, I'm gonna hold these levels. But if you're just going into a company that just went from 68 cents all the way up to $20 and you think, hey, I'm just gonna jump in, it's gonna be so worth it. Man, I don't agree with those, right? I don't just jump in on the hype. Even if, okay, it jumped up. You look at the fundamentals and everybody's talking about it, you know what, they have really good potential. I like them. You still gotta wait, man. You still gotta wait. Keep a stockpile of good potential companies in your watch list and whatever app you're working in. Keep a list of those stocks and then just keep an eye on it. You know what? Hey, it's a red day. That doesn't mean anything to me. On a red day, look at their stock chart. Are they hitting support levels? And support levels just work because it's like a psychological level. People have seen that level. It's hit that level before and they bought in at those prices, and it's just popped off. And people, if it hits that level again, people are just ready to buy. It's a psychological thing. It just happens that way. But the thing is, it's not perfect. There's no guarantees. So that brings me to my next thing. I only use 2% of my cash on any one trade. So when I hear guys that threw half their account into something, or threw all their cash into one thing, I get a little worried. I mean, yes, you have conviction, you believe it, you threw a whole bunch of money and yeah, time in the market, and you believe it, that's great. The way I look at it is you gotta stay in the game. If you blew all your cash and it's gonna take you another 3 months to build up another pile of cash, then you're just gonna be out of the game the whole time. What if when you threw in your cash, you're like, you know what, it dropped another 2 months. What are you gonna do? You missed out on all the deals. So that definitely will happen. March, no one knew March was gonna be the low. So you definitely wanna buy some. You wanna buy a lot of good stuff on support, but then you don't throw all your money at it. There was so many good stocks that could double, triple, go 5x, 10x your money. So my rule is max 2% of my cash on hand to invest, right? So if I only invest 2% max on each trade, that gives me 50 shots at this. If it keeps dropping, I like the stock, it's at a good level, I buy it, oh crap, it drops by half. I still got plenty of ammo to stay in the game, because things can always go lower, and they always do. If you bought in March, you got lucky, great, but I don't think we're in the clear yet. You don't know how things are going. I hope you still have some cash, but if you blew it all, and I hope you're building up the stockpile again. So the second wave of infections right now, right? And businesses are closing. Like in California, we had a second round of closings. So there's a lot of things like restaurants, bars, they're all closed again. So if they're closed any longer, and then those businesses go out, go bankrupt, and then their employees don't have a job to go back to all at once, right? There's no new businesses that are coming in to pick up all these new employees. We're gonna get this huge hit, right? All these guys that were consumers, that were spending their stimulus, spending their unemployment, what are they gonna spend now? So cash is king, man. You gotta have cash on hand at all times to invest in anything. If there's any opportunities out there and you blew all your cash and there's another downturn, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't take advantage of any opportunities. So definitely do not blow all your cash on the first dip. So in this one, I really want to just give folks some direction, a balanced approach to investing in stocks, just to really look at the fundamentals, look at the technicals, see how much you actually should be investing, right? Manage your risk and look at the whole big picture. This is a long-term game. You don't need to blow all your dough at one time, even if you really believe in it. I don't really believe in stocks that have like quadrupled in a week and then thinking that it's gonna go up even higher and just jumping in. It's gonna be time in the market, I'm just gonna jump in. The other thing with that is, because if it goes up to, it quadrupled and then it halved, it went down, it crashed halfway down, you are a lot more likely to get rid of that thing. You're gonna toss that thing out the window, be like, oh, I was wrong, sell it. And man, you just wasted some money, you wasted opportunity. That thing was, you could have easily been more patient and just waited, man. If there wasn't a deal, then move on to the next. I don't feel the FOMO that, oh, this hot stock is moving, that I'm gonna miss out on this deal. If it's not at support level, if it's not a good stock, I don't give a crap. Just on to the next, because there's plenty of stocks out there every day, man. Take your time. So make sure you do your research on companies, on when to buy, not just jumping in on the hype, right? Everybody's talking about it. Don't just jump in at that time. Make sure to do your own homework, but definitely invest. You just gotta stay in the game. Do your research, find good companies, and when they're on sale, man, jump on that thing. You gotta go for it, because that is a good stock on sale. Don't hesitate. Don't think, well, oh man, it's not even going up. Is it ever gonna go up? No. When it's at a support level, just buy it. And if it goes down, buy at the next support level. Just keep buying. That's why you have 50 shots at this. If you're only using 2%, you should have plenty of ammo to keep hitting this thing. And if it gets to a certain point, you're like, I don't really like it, move on to the next thing. Don't just stick with one stock and like put all of your focus into one stock. Just spread it out. Look at have other stocks that you're watching, and just take stabs at support levels on good stocks, and you're gonna be okay. And then just hold on for dear life. If you believe in the US economy, you believe in the company, you should just hold on. And the only time I will sell these stocks is if they're no longer making money or they're no longer growing. That's the only time I would consider selling it. I don't give a crap if it's a good stock that I did my research on. Who cares if it dropped? Then if it gets near a support level, I'm a buyer. I'm buying that thing. All right, let me know what you think about this one. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there.